to it. So, Shannon Sharpe gets fired from ESPN, pretty much. And my thoughts, well, the first two things that come to mind is one, having discernment when it comes to the certain people that you have in your space or that you plan to have around you. Um, and doing some serious vetting. And even when you vet people, you never know. You never know, because I know a lot of times people talk about individuals having their representative, and that can happen to anybody, whether you're just a regular person or you're famous and you have wealth or whatever. But you still need to do it. You still need to try your best to vet people as much as possible. The second thing that came to mind was you need to have effective communication. Your communication with people who are in your space, it's like you have to let them know what your intentions are on all phases, especially if it involves them. And you have to make sure they agree to all the things that involve them. And you need to listen if something is not up to par, if they're not feeling comfortable. Like, these are the things that really need to happen, and that goes with communication, but effective communication and listening. And you need to do audits. I was thinking about that. You need to do audits with the people that you have in your space, whether it be quarterly, annually. I don't know how often you need to do it, but it needs to happen. And what I mean is you need to make sure that the people that you have in your space, that you guys are on the same page as time goes on. So let's say you're doing what quarterly is, every 3 months. Every 3 months, we good? Everything's still good? Anything I need to know? Anything change? Do we need to go our separate ways? Can it be fixed? I'm talking about everybody. It could be business partner. It could be intimate relationship. It could be people who working for you. It could be whatever. It needs to happen. Maybe not every 3 months, but it needs to happen where you making sure you know how people feel about you, and they need to know how you feel about them and how things are being conducted. And it needs to happen often, because then you're not blindsided by someone being like, nah, I felt this way about something and you didn't know, or you feel a way about someone and they don't know. And so it needs to happen. Because in this case of him being a celebrity, he took like 5 L's, maybe 4 or 5, somewhere around there. So could have saved himself a lot of problems, headaches, however you want to put it. The first thing, you don't want your private life to be public, and it becomes public anyways. That's the first thing, where it's just like, what the fuck? Then you get fired from ESPN. Supposedly there was $100 million deal on the table, or a media deal that was supposed to deal with, I guess, his podcast, Nightcap, and Club Shay Shay. So that's gone. So what did I say? He gets fired from ESPN, $100 million media deal gone. The shit becomes public. You lose endorsements on, I think, Nightcap or whatever. And I think like one of them came back. And you had to pay her. Nah, fam. You need to have effective communication when it comes to dealing with people. Like, that's too many losses he took. You need to have effective communication when it comes to people, and you need to do way more vetting when it comes to people, especially, it's for everybody, but especially if you're a celebrity with wealth. That needs to be top of the list. Those are five things that was going like, that's crazy. And then actually six, because it's possible that now, and I seen this online, but I agree with it, that you probably not gonna get the same level of celebrities that you got in the past because they might feel that you paying or settling out is somewhat of a mission of guilt, which would be wrong, but they still might feel that way. So that's six things. Like, it's way too much loss for you not to truly be vetting people and also making sure that you're effectively communicating everything to the smallest detail when you in certain positions. Like, it just doesn't it's crazy. It is definitely crazy. It's like every time I think about it, there's another loss I think about that he took, and it's like, it's crazy. It's crazy, but that's life too. Especially if you're not doing what you got to do. Shit like that happens, man. I know when you're trying to build a legacy, you might be so focused in this area that you're not focused over here, but you need to be focused everywhere. You need to be focused on building your legacy and what that takes, but you also need to focus on the people that you constantly putting in your space as you're trying to build your legacy, because as you can see here, at any moment, shit can go left. So, like, taking six L's. And the one that, to me, if I'm just being honest, that is really like, damn, is well, I guess two is having to pay after it went public. Because I think, if correct me if I'm wrong, he didn't want his private life to go public, so I believe he was trying to, or he trying to pay her a certain amount. I guess it didn't go as planned, or she felt like she wanted more, or whatever the hell it was, her or her lawyer, or whatever. And then so now it goes public, and you still have to pay, and you probably paid more. That's tough. That's tough. That is definitely tough. But hey, man, I'm not about to drag it on and speak for a whole 30, 40 an hour. It just is what it is, man. So I'm gonna end it on this. Make sure this goes for everybody, but definitely if you're building, some fame or some wealth or whatever, that you vet the people that you like. Really vet these people and really take time before you just welcome anybody into your space. That's the first thing. And then the second thing is become an effective communicator. Like, really make people understand what you're thinking, right? And that's if what you're thinking involves them, right? You can't just be feeling away and doing certain things and it involves someone else and you're not even letting them in on what it is that you're thinking. So be an effective communicator and an effective listener, and then hope for the best after that, man, because this world is funny. And I'm gonna leave it on that.